The sideline to have a coach with the entire conversation with the entire coaching staff. And what do you think Coach Arnold might be telling them down there?
I'm sure they're talking to him about the things that they've gone over during the week that Churchill will do from inside the 20-yard line. And they're just going to remind them of those things. They're going to give them a little drink of water and tell them to go get them.
Now, are we talking about a goal line defense from this part on? Or
no, I wouldn't.
Basically with what they've been running so far.
I would think they'll stay with their basic defense till they get to the 5-yard line or inside.
56 seconds left in the second quarter. Chargers driving.
Offensively speaking, Coach, for the Chargers, any special plays you run when you get this close in?
He'll watch for him to sprint to the weak side or sprint to his left here.
And there he goes. McCampbell sprinting left, finding his receiver. David Baker could not make the catch.
Ball was touched.
Fred Nixon, the man defensively who batted the ball away. But Baker with a nice diving effort just couldn't get to the ball at the 10-yard line.
They'd really like to get that halfback out in that backside flat, in the weak side flat or the flat to the split inside.
49 seconds left now.
One play I haven't seen yet, Mike, is the inside reverse that Churchill likes to use.
The inside reverse is very difficult to run with Arnold Baker standing around in the inside of that. Here's the belly.
Handoff inside.
Huggins.
To Harold Huggins. Gets all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Opened a hole on the left side that time.
Bruce Cochran in on the stop for the Rockets.
Same football play they've been going to. This is Harold Huggins on the belly inside. It's a belly with a G block. Good block by the offensive guard. They block down, kick out with the guard, and leaves him a big hole. Harold runs well through that.
Now, when you say G block, are you talking about a pulling guard on that
Yes,
play?
sir. I mean, the onside guard will pull and block out. The tackle and end will block down, and they caught Judson in one of those defensive maneuvers that didn't pay off for him.
Clock stopped
executed.
39 seconds on the clock in the second quarter. Judson up 3-0.
Well, this has been the best offensive drive of the afternoon so far. The Chargers consuming the better part of the last half of the first half. You know what that means. Let's call it about 4 minutes they've eaten up on the clock.
And they're 5 yards from pay dirt right now.
Best thing about their situation right now is that they are third and very short, and they can get inside the 5 without making a touchdown and get a first down out of this.
This is exactly what you'd like to have. You'll have 4 downs in the 5-yard area.
So we're 3rd and 1 from the 5. The Chargers come out.
Judson's still in their basic defense.
Huggins and Baker in the backfield. McCampbell
to the
spinning
right.
out right. McCampbell keeping. He's
room.
got room. He stopped at the 1, and he's going to be dropped at about the half-yard line.
Chargers call time.
Albert Kennedy, the man defensively to make the stop for the Rockets. But once again, the Chargers content to go with McCampbell left, McCampbell right. And if he's got the option to throw it, he will.
They're going to go to Wally McCampbell. He's their best athlete. He'll sprint out to the split inside and throw or run the football.
It was stopped now with 30 seconds left.
McCampbell met by 4 Rockets. We've got 30 seconds remaining in the first half. 1st and goal at the 1. You couldn't ask for much more.
What do you look for here, Coach?
This close, and Jerry being a good football coach, you'd like for as few people to handle the ball as possible. So I would look for Waller to take the ball himself. If not, I'm sure that they'll try to get it to Huggins. They usually use a straight T or a full T formation in these situations.
He's brought a couple of receivers in. He's got Billy Martin and Robert Locke both in the game. We'll see how they form up.
Now, Billy Martin will be set tight on the right side, George. Robert Locke goes wide to the left. Handoff goes to David Baker. He tries to place the ball over the goal line, but a stubborn Rocket defense is there to nail him.
Albert Kennedy on the stop that time, one of many.
They're not stopping the clock either. They're just going to have to go.
12, 11, here they go.
Left. He's in trouble. McCampbell being pursued. He throws, and it is caught. Touchdown.
Baker. David Baker.
David Baker.
I don't even think he was throwing to Baker when he completed it.
4 seconds on the clock.
Well, that play didn't really develop the way I know the Chargers would have liked for it to. We'll go to the replay and show you that McCampbell had trouble from the very beginning.
See Baker coming out in the flat.
They had a blitz
held
on.
Up. They sure did.
It looked like he cut in front of somebody else.
Yeah, there he is. There's the receiver,
Okay.
Patterson, and Baker breaks right in front of him to make the catch.
Had what amounted to a 3-on-2 situation in the end zone, and luckily for the Chargers, their men got to the ball first. Extra point attempt coming up. John Civic, the man to do the place kicking. McCampbell holding. Snap good, the play's down, it is up. And good. Nice drive by the Chargers.
Just the way you draw them up, man.
4 seconds remaining in the first half. And boy, what a confidence booster as you go into halftime.
Talk about momentum. There is something that can give you some momentum. Of course, Frank also has a chance to talk to his kids at halftime and say, this is what we've got to do now, and don't let the drive bother you. As I said a little while ago, he told his kids, if we get behind, we're not going to be too upset. It's only if we get behind 2 or 3 touchdowns, we've got something to worry about.
They're only 4 points down, and they know they've played an excellent first half.
That's one pitch back to J.J. That can change fast.
Situation like this, Coach, where you've got only 4 seconds in the half, would you expect Churchill just to squib it down there?
Well, you know, this year's been one of those years. You would expect them to try and do that. I know I watched the California-Stanford ball game and watched the Texas Tech and SMU ball game. I'm not sure what you want to do. You'd like to kick it out of the end zone is what you'd like to do. But
Well, we have seen some strange things happen in football this year.
Well, they've put 2 of their best runners deep. Chris
Yes.
Pryor and J.J. Lewis are back there. They're the deep men. So they're going with their top talent with 4 seconds to go on the clock before halftime.
this is an offensive play, and it can be a big one.
We talked about trick plays. We said there were possibilities. We'll see if anything develops here.
They're kicking it off.
And it'll go out of bounds.
It's going to cost him 5.
Pretty good kick, though. It was almost in bounds. It just maybe 2 or 3 yards difference there, and they're going to have to.
That's a very difficult play. So they tell a youngster not to pick it up if it's going to go out of bounds, but it's right on the edge and it may die, and he's got to pick it up because he's got to play it. It's a live ball.
Again, you're talking about good coaching here, discipline. Those kids knew what to do down there.
Definitely, they're well prepared. These youngsters, San Antonio football coaches their kids are going to be ready to play, and these 2 are the best in the city, the best in the region.
Already for Churchill, they have done something that they were not able to do in their first meeting with Judson, and that is put points on the board.
They haven't turned the football over. They have been able to hang on to it and sustain a football drive like they like to play. It's their kind of ball game right now.
Civic lines it up again. Pryor and Lewis still deep. They're standing on about their 5-yard line.
This time he just kind of squibs it along the ground. It's picked up.
Chris Judson-Churchill with it.
And that's going to play out the first half.
That's it.
Both teams headed off the field. As we get ready for halftime here at Alamo Stadium.
And the score at halftime is Churchill 7, Judson 3. We'll be back in a moment.